Good morning, everybody. I came up with another learning video this week. So this is Soham Summer School Series 4. So what we are looking at here, it's a fun web-based application we are going to build. It is called soccer buddy matching. So in North America or anywhere in the world, we always move because of a better opportunity. Either it's for the parents or either for our own development. So what happens is when you go to a new neighborhood or new location, you always look for similar type of people, those who are interested at a similar type of a game or activities, right? So this is just a one web-based game in a soccer buddy matching. So like basically you are looking for a soccer game, but in the same way you can build with the other any other game you want to play or any other activity you want to build, right? So without any delay, let's dive in what I'm going to show you in this video, or what I'm going to build. So in this video, we are going to build a app, which is basically the web-based app. I'll type it here. So we'll be building a web-based app. Okay. To find out your next soccer buddy, what we need is ChatGPT. We'll be using ChatGPT. Um, we'll be using, it's called napkin.ai, which is basically to show you how it works, the flow diagram and stuff. VS Code for Python coding. Then we would like to deploy this model so people can use it, which is deploy means like application building. So we'll be using like Streamlit, how we can do that. And okay, let me check the spelling. Yeah, probably what it is, but this is Python. Okay. So without, oh, sorry, one more thing, we are going to use it. The hosting, the code hosting is in a GitHub. GitHub is basically repository. It's like a think about a bank where we keep the code bank basically. Okay. So that where we keep it there. Okay. So let's dive into the chat GPT. I already put a comments over there, so that's why the chat GPT can build the stuffs. What I said, like, hey, I like to build a database. So also before we dive into the app building, what we have to do is first let go back to the napkin. So the napkin is basically a AI-based app where you can write down all these all this information, and it gives you basically a end-to-end kind of a flow diagram. Okay, so soccer body matching in these, I you have to do like there are a couple of steps. There. One is creating a data or database. Okay, creating data or database. Okay, then creating a Python code, which is basically used for, sorry, to creating the database, then import the data from there, build the machine learning model because we are going to build the machine learning model and build the app and deploy. Okay, so that is basically steps. And then to make it more cooler. So what I'm going to do is I want to show the how the diagram works. So I'll show you here. You see that there's a multiple cool diagrams comes into there. You can see how it works, but I'll choose one of the fast one, which is you can see create the data is the first, second is the Python code, import the data, building the machine learning models, and build app and app deploy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to export these one as PNG because at the end when this everything is done, I can document it based on these data sets or these the image what we're creating. So let's create in a document here a folder called soccer buddy. Uh, Soccer, actually there is already a created, so I don't have to create. See, there's a soccer buddy matching app there. So I save it there. Okay. So if I go there, I can see there's these visuals comes into play. So you can use these one to your documentation. Okay. Anyway, let's go dive into the ChatGPT. Why I'm using ChatGPT? Because then it shows each one by step processes. So one is the first one I said like I'd like to build a database for my neighborhood about the kids from grade 1 to 12 sports where they are interested what they are interested on and what they are enrolled and what the data attributes I should look into, right? ChatGPT put it very nicely that you should look at the child information, which is basically child ID, first name, last name, date of birth, grade level, school name, gender. Then the parent information, because sometimes it happens that you cannot directly contact the child, you have to contact the parents. So the parent information we need it here. So like parent name, contact number, email, and address. Then this is post interest enrollment. So as I said at the beginning, we are just doing for soccer, but if this database built, then you can use it for basketball, swimming, any sports. Okay. So the sports name, interest level, enrollment status, club or team they are playing, position or role they are playing, experience year, training schedule, seasonal and year round, right? And skill levels. Next thing is health and accessibility. So basically, what is the medical condition, accessibility needs, emergency contacts, because these are the things you need it on the basis, right? Then consent and preferences that if you can take a photo of them or not, a volunteer interest, if they are going to volunteer in communication preference. So what kind of communication they need when you want email, SMS, WhatsApp, etc., right? Tracking and engagement, optional add-on. So which is basically if they already attended some other events, what are the achievements, feedback, notes, and updated at, so which is basically last when they updated there. So these are the all the database, like basically the data attributes I'll talk it about for each person or each players what what we are looking for. It's good to have in your database basically. So first we are building this database. Okay, so good. So that is the data attributes we need. Now I ask like, hey, give me a Python code that generates all these attributes and make these names around Toronto, North York City, which is basically my city where I live, and I want at least 1,000 student names. Okay, so it gives me the code actually. Let copy the code from here and put it in my VS Code that's already there. But before we do the copy pasting in the VS Code, we have to log in into GitHub first. The reason we have to log in into GitHub because we have to create a repository, which is basically a place like a accounts or repo where the what is called the code will stay there, and then from there we'll be cloning that into our own repository, and then we'll be building there. Okay, how to how to do that? Actually, you can go to the new, and then you can type your repo here and the name. So soccer buddy app here, and then you can make it public so other people can use it, or private you can put it there. In the description you can write it like find your Playmate app basically. Okay, and then you can add a README file here, and then it's the create repository. I think I already have a repo, so I don't want to create the another one. So I want to check it that if I have the repo already available or not. It seems not. Let's create one here. Okay, so soccer buddy app, find a Playmate app, make it as a public so people can use it. Write README file, create a repo. So you can see the repo is created. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I go to the code here. So I have to clone it. Clone means basically I'm copying this whole thing into my own computer, and then I can see what is happening here. Let's go copy, and then I go to the VS Code. Clone repository, it is there. So clone, if I ask, and then it shows soccer buddy app. So I put it there, and then it's asking me where I can save, right? So let's save the one I created, soccer buddy app here. Select the repo, I put it here, and the open. Okay, so it's basically opening the stuffs there. One more thing I want to do it here is I go there. I just adjusting my all the data here. So all the data is will be here under the Soccer Buddy app. So what I'm going to do is the visualization I created, I want to put it here. So you can see this is the same area I put it there. Okay. So the next thing what I have to do is I have to go to the terminal, sorry, command palette and open it, create a new Jupyter notebook, which is basically the experiment I will be doing. So let's save these one as data in there, an IPNB data creation notebook. Okay. So basically I'm creating a data. So I just create, okay, something happened. Control S. I think I have to do it anyway. Data creation notebook. Yes. So what happened before is when I selected to rename, so I take out the IPNB out of it. So IPNB is the extension I should not. So let's go there. Okay. So I'm copying this whole thing and then I'll let you know what is happening here. Go copy and paste here. Okay. I don't need this last part because I don't have the whole thing there. Anyway, so here is basically these are the libraries like pandas and faker is basically I'm generating a fake name, so that's why it's generating. The grades random.cd is basically it's for every time for reproducibility. Yes, so that's based on that. Then this is for reproducibility too, and then initialization in the faker. Okay, so everything is coming there. Okay. Then again, you can see that grades, sorry, yeah, grade 1 to 12 level, it's showing me, if I just put it there, list of sports, you can see the interest level, then enrollment status, then you can see that everything is coming here, position in the sports. So these are the data we are building, like skills levels in the sports, training schedules, participants and types. So it's coming there, right? Sorry. Okay. Genders. Gender, male and female, communication preference, photo consent. So these are there, right? So then it says generate the student data, which is basically based on all of these things in there. And then column, so the name the column there, and then you generate that one. So you run that one. It's asking me for the Python environment they want to create. So you can see it's working on here. Okay, let wait for a couple of seconds. Then you'll see it's running, it started running here, and then it's done. So let's see what it's created. It's called data.head 5. Yeah, you see that whole thing created, ID, first name, last name, and all the other stuffs are there. Okay, all these emergency contact and stuffs there. Anyway. So the next thing is, yeah, you can see that it will created a download CSV file. Great. Now build a Python code that helps me search for the names of the students or player who are enrolled in a soccer, so I can contact them, make it generic, so I can change to any game. So basically what is happening is I am looking for a function inside these coding that if I just mention the sports name, and then it'll give me the person who is interested in playing the soccer or not, right? Or enroll the soccer. So here is the search. So let's put it here. Um, so what I am going to do is put here. So what is happening here is definition. I'm looking for the data I'll be putting there and the sports name, which is I'm calling here. So I'm passing the database and what is the game I'm looking for, right? So and then it will shows me who are interested in there. So soccer.head 5. So if I run this function, okay, and then if I call it, so you can see these are the kids, the 5 kids, because I put 5 are interested in a soccer game and they are in the grade levels these, and their contact number and email ID there. So you can contact them if you want 10, so you can just print it out 10, right? Then again, like if you want to change to the soccer to the tennis, so you just copy paste tennis here, uh, and then you can see it's tennis will come here. Okay, so you can see that these are the kids are enrolled in the tennis. Okay, but this is more like coding. Those who are in a coding, they can do it, but it's not for the general people. But we want to build the app where the general people can use it. Okay. So now build an app for the body matching means if I want a soccer party in my neighborhood, I can find based on criteria like age, gender, sex, sports name, interest level, enrollment status, experience years, training schedule, seasonal or year round or skill level. So basically now I am saying like give me an app, you build an app out of it, right? And from there, what I want to build is basically all these criteria I can put it there. Previously, what was happening, all these things are generalized. Like you just have all these names, but then you want to see that what is your criteria, because those who are pro might not play with you. Those who are very, even though you are pro, you might get little bit frustrated if you are playing with the very immature people, right, in the tennis and all this thing, which is okay, you can play, but still if you're looking for similar kind of a skill level, so then you have to little bit customize your app and see there. So I basically ask it, right? So what it says that it give me the code. It says first, okay, so first what you have to do is I have to save these data as a CSV file. So basically now I have the data, but I did not save the data. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save these data sets in a CSV file. So df dot so df is the CSV dot save. Let me let me see how to save the data in save data to CSV. Yeah, so you see that I type it, and because it's already large language model working here, so it's giving me the comment df to CSV student sports data CSV, which is basically what is happening. The DF, the data frame, will be saving to these data sets. Instead of that, I'll just pick up neighborhood sports CSV, which is basically the name. The code is already given there, so I'll just put it there and see what happens. Yep. If I run this one, let me see. Yeah, see, this is the CSV file already come here. So all the 10,000 or 1,000 people information is come here. Okay. The next thing is basically I save this file. Next thing is what is asking the ChatGPT is giving me that analyzed. Sorry, build course. Okay, so ChatGPT is saying that now save this file in a body match.py and then push it to the GitHub, and then just run it from the terminal, and then it will run it, right? So I'll just copy, okay, the code from here, then go to my file. I'll just say app. Sorry, what is the name? It's asking for bodymatch.py. Okay, so I go here, new create py, right? So this is a Python file created. Then I go here, I copy this whole app and push it towards here. Okay, so now I save it. Control S, I close it. Now what it is saying that, oh, actually I don't have to push it to my GitHub, but only what I have to do is I have to open a terminal here. The terminal, new terminal, just I open. And then we have to make sure that we are in the same space as the data is there and the app is there. So it shows that here soccer buddy app. So we are already there. If you type ls, it shows you all the data sets or all the files it's in there. So you can see that png file there, csv there, py there, and ipnb, which is the notebook I'm working on there, right? So what it says that it says a pips install Streamlit. So let copy these one and then paste it here. It should says recommended already satisfied because I already installed it before, but if you not, then go there. Then it's just like Streamlit run bodymatch.py. I'll not copy paste it. I'll just write it there. Streamlit run. No, body not. Yeah. So that one. Okay. Let me check the spelling. Yeah, Streamlit spelling was wrong. That's why it did not work. I'll just make a right spelling and here. Yeah, it should work. So it should open a terminal. Yeah, you see that the terminal open in a local host there. It says running. So you can see that the basketball, you can change it to the cricket. Then you can see there. Then interest level, any interest level, you can pick it up, and then it shows you all the neighborhood people. So like suppose let's put it in a way. So you see that the which grade range is there. You can move your grade range. You can see. So let's see if I'm going looking for 5 and 6. You can see the grade in the 5 and 6 are there. Those who are working with the year around, so you can see year around are there. Then training schedule, bi-weekly, weekly, anything you can chase, prefer not to say, the gender. So if you are looking for only female partner, so you can see there's only one female partner there. You can select male partner too. So you can see that two male partner, you find it out. The cricket, then you can change to gymnastic, right? So there's no gymnastics are there for the male. And let's check it, the female is there or not. Oh, it seems not there. Let me pull out the soccer one. Yeah, soccer one male, you find it out. Oh, because we are looking for 5 to 6. Maybe if I range it out a little bit more, then you get more there. So anyway, you got the point. So now this app is built in a desktop based. You can play around with this thing, right? Next thing, I think I asked ChatGPT to little bit modifying this stuff. Let me see what I asked him. Yeah. So this was more like a logic based. So basically, if this is match, then find out that one. But then the next thing is more like a machine learning model one, which is basically cosine similarity model. The build a cosine similarity model. Okay. What that it does is basically if it is a similar people or cosine like have a similar interest. Let me cosine similarity model. Okay, so it shows, yeah. So basically, uh, if you have a similar kind of a interest, and then there are other people have also the similar kind of interest over there, then this cosine similarity model works with you. Basically, it's a how I'll say, if you are close, suppose like you are here and your body is here, so it will be matching the same direction if you are going in a one direction. If it is the other direction, then it will not much might work. So what does it mean is basically if you have a same interest and then people are looking for the same interest people there, so that will be matched there. Okay. So the cosine similarity model, I say like, hey, now you build a cosine similarity model instead of just a logic based model. Okay. So build the deployable files so I can deploy in the native client. Okay. Anyway, so it was asking, I was asking to deploy in a native client, but let's do the cosine similarity model here and see how it works. Okay. Let's go to these one and then body match app and Control F. I don't want the last one. And let me see how it works. First, I have to kill this one. Control C. Sorry, Control X. Yeah, it stopped. Now I build it. Let me see what it is there. It opens or not. Shows it's running. Oh, okay. So it did not run. So maybe I can ask, hey, copy paste here, build this so I can deploy in Streamlit, right? So it will shows you that it will give me the app.py file, yes. So it's happening, and then I can so you can see that it's doing the cosine similarity model from sklearn pairwise, and it's building the it's reading the CSV file that already I built. Then it gives me all these grade level, gender, and all the stuffs are there. So anyway, so yeah, it's kind of a build, and then I go here, copy, then I go to the body match, Control E, Control E, Control V, Control S, which is saving. Now, okay, it's called control. So I'm stopping this and then again run. Okay, same thing. It should run. Yes. So now it's look for enter your student ID, and then now it's look for how many buddies you're looking for, right? So if you're looking for like 5 buddies, so it shows you all the 5 buddies are there based on your student ID, right? So you can have it any student IDs, put it there, and then you can see that which are the students you're looking for and the similarity score, which is basically if somebody is like gymnastic, basketball, cricket, who is their intermediate level monthly playing, and the similarity scores are there, right? Based on these, the student ID 12, which is okay. So I can ask that print the student ID, enter your student ID, also the name of the students, so we can look into there what is the student's name and what are the basically interest are there. Add the name with the student ID and um, student students preference. Okay, great idea. So it's updating the file. Yeah, top now 5 main. So student ID, name, grade, all these interest level and stuff like that, right? It says when you click it, find the buddies, it now shows you nicely formatted box, student ID, the grade, the levels and all that stuff, right? So now copy again. I just modified my code here. Go to this app and I push it there. Control S, save it, then close it. And then actually I don't have to do it. I can just refresh it and see what is happening. Okay, no, maybe I have to deploy it again. So Control C, it's stop, and then I push it again. Yeah, it should shows you a little bit different. No, it didn't work. Anyway, so let me go and check it why it didn't work. Copy this part. I'm here. Body.main. Control V. Control S. Right. Let me Control X. Sorry. So I'm killing these. And let me check what are the criteria it says to run it, right? It should not be having anything here. But okay. let's do what are the suggestion is coming here. Select install, then pip install watch dog, and then run the code here. And to see, okay, so student buddy. Oh yeah, so they change it. Okay. Yeah. Student ID number 10 is Ashley Cook, grade 2, hockey sports, interested in level weekly and skill level advance, and the experience is 7 years. And see the 5 buddies it shows you, right? So if you want more, so you can see that the hockey, soccer, gymnastics, all the other stuffs are coming. Anyway, so that's it. I'll add this code to the GitHub, and please, if you like it, please subscribe. And thank you for joining. I'll come up with a new video in the next week. Thank you.